Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make roti. I've already done a video before to show you how to make the perfect atta. To make perfect roti, you have to have the right atta. So what you need to do is just damp your hand with some flour and get a little bit of dough. So just to fill your hand, so that fits my hand, but don't try and get too big. And then you dip the dough in the flour so it doesn't stick to your hand. And then the method is you just get the outside and roll it in, and then you turn it, get the outside and roll it in. I don't know if you can see that. So you just get the outside and roll it, and you keep doing this until you get a perfect round ball. And then once you think you've got all the outside, then you just get your thumb and you just roll it around. It's that simple. So then you just roll it into the flour, making sure it's all covered. You can sprinkle a little flour just so the roti doesn't stick. And then switch on the wok. You can get this from any Asian supermarket. So while that's heating up, we'll roll the roti. But make sure you don't have too much flour, because then the roti will be too white. It's called chapati or roti, whichever you prefer to make. You can make the chapati as thin or thick as you like. I personally like to make it medium, so not too thick, not too thin. So once you feel it's starting to stick, then you turn. Then keep rolling with the rolling pin. You can see how the roti is just spinning around, so you just need to dust a bit more flour, but not too much. You can shake some excess off if you feel you got too much on, like that, with your hand. So if you just keep rolling, you can see how the roti is all spinning around by itself from the bottom. But make sure you don't put too much pressure on this. Just putting more and more flour, because I don't want this sticking, because you can always shake up the excess. Otherwise it will stick and break into pieces. You just keep turning and rolling. So sometimes what happens when the roti sticks at the bottom and it breaks, so I'm just going to show you, let's say for instance, it rips. So instead of getting, some people what they do is get another piece and stick it on top, but what that does is it makes the roti thicker. The best thing to do is just wet your hand and just try and stick it back together. You can see that should be fine. So if it rips again, then all you do is just push it back together again like that. There you go. So that was my tip. So sometimes if you don't put enough flour, this roti is fine. So I'm gonna make this stick on purpose. So let's say if your roti is all stuck together and you get these folds, you can slowly unfold them. It's best just to unfold them. But if it's all breaking and if it's all sticking together like this, well, the only thing you can do is start all over again. So you just fold it and just start all over again from the. That's just the best thing, rather than trying to fix it. So I hope that helped. Just going to make it a bit more bigger. You can make this as big or as small as you like. I'm going to go a bit more bigger. I think we need a bit more. Well, this chapati probably say about 2 millimeter thin. You can make it as thick or as thin as you like, but you can see. So I'm just going to test if it's hot enough. Because I've got flour on my hand, that stops your fingers from burning or feeling. So you can see. So I think it's just about right, so I'm going to. So you pick the chapati up. Some people, when you get a really good expert, you can just make the chapati like that, but I prefer just to roll it. So then you just slowly put it on top and let that one side cook. So you can see the top layer is cooking. So once all of that is cooked, then we will return. So I'll probably say, now you can see most of it is all cooked. Then you just turn it. You can see one side is cooked. You can just turn it so make sure it doesn't stick, or so you get an even cook all around, because sometimes the flame is on one side and the other side it isn't. So you can pick it to check it's cooking. You can see it's cooking, so we'll turn this. Some people do that just to put pressure to get it cooked so you can see it's perfectly cooked now. If you want a really soft roti, you can let it cook and use a cloth, a tea cloth. This is just a tea cloth I've just wrapped up, and you can see one side's cooking. You can either do it on this, or either do it here. So I'll show you both methods. So if you press it with the tea cloth, and all you do is you press it and you turn it, because you want to cook all of these. Sometimes the area doesn't cook. So if you want a really soft roti, you would just use the tea cloth to cook it. But if you want a bit crispiness on one layer, you would turn one side of the roti on this. I'll show you this. So you can either stop the roti here now, or you can just take it on here. You can see. You have to be careful not to burn your hands. You just slowly turn this. So you can see there's a crispiness on top. So you can put the roti in a hot pot with some tea towel in there, and this will keep it warm for an hour. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe, and if you want to see more video for different paranthas, schemas, cheese or mooli or any other, please like and subscribe and check out my video. Bye.